Everyone is now saying happy boys are ungrateful, happy boys are ungrateful. Well, of course, they've displayed ungratefulness. But I don't know if I'm the only one who is not surprised. The Yorubas have a saying, I don't have it locked down, okay, but it should sound like Nyotio Mayoni Ojulatimmo, which literally translates to Panded yam we go belleful person. So if you see him for plate, you go know. Which idiomatically expresses the notion that by a person's seed, you should know them. By a person's character, you should be able to tell what to expect from such a person. Okay. When these boys were sacked for indiscipline and insubordination from their former job as security guards, as a people, as a society, we flopped because we all went against the establishment that sacked 2 security guards for dancing. And I was asking myself then, which one among us would have an establishment, a business, and be comfortable that the person who you employed to be the security in that establishment makes it a habit to start dancing on duty? How confident are you going to be that, what you employ them for, that they were actually going to do it, to secure the place and make sure everything was in place? So we passed on that opportunity, and then we lost that opportunity to tame these boys of their vices. And what happened? They grew bigger vices. Maybe they had it in them all along, but maybe if we had chastised them, they don't forget the morale where they think they do what they do now, because they are doing it with impunity. It's almost ridiculous that these boys are now showing the level of ungratefulness that is mind-blowing. Not just ungratefulness, opportunism. Be very opportunistic, be very manipulative. I'm asking myself, do they actually think that they can just go through life, dragging other people under the water to stay afloat? Well, that is their business. As to whether they go on to make it, as to whether, the curse of the pastor works or not, is between them and their God. But I believe everybody has a shot at redemption if they can begin to actually retrace their steps. Because, everybody want blow and everybody want get this money. But, is it at the expense of everybody else? Is it at the expense of those who fed you? Is it at the expense of those who, at some point helped you? Is there nothing sacred for us anymore? Can we sacrifice is there nothing that nobody can sacrifice just to make it? Because this is what they are chasing, popularity and everything. But at what expense? At the expense of the man of God who sent you abroad? Well, what can we learn from this, my people? Because to all his own. What I'm here is to, as much as possible, learn what I can learn from this episode. What moral lessons can I pick, and how do I apply them to my own life? And of course, to also help my viewers deduce these moral lessons. 1, I feel like in our communities, in our societies, we should be able to tell people the hard truth. You cannot let people, especially children, grow up thinking they can do whatever they want. It's dangerous. Okay? And don't even do it for the idea of maybe letting the person know that you love them. You have to suffer that person the burden of thinking you hate them just to be able to correct them. You have to tell people the hard truth, both grown-ups, both children, when you have the opportunity. You can't let people go around thinking that they can do whatever they want. Every establishment, every parastatal has their modus operandi. When you find yourself in such institutions, do exactly what you are expected to do. Okay? And it shouldn't be a case of maybe you trying to prove that you are better than everybody else. Secondly, we should learn to self-reflect. It's important. If you have issues with somebody, you have issues with your workplace, when you get back home, sit down, think about it. Find those spots, those areas where you think you could have done better. And if you find them, apologize for them. Move on. It doesn't mean you're weak. It shows maturity. Third, try your best to leave establishments that you work in or you have relationships with a good face. You might need them tomorrow. You might meet the same people who are your bosses in that office, in another office, still your boss. So you don't want to, lose opportunities because you had a heated argument and you could not resolve it amicably, or you did something and then you find that people cannot speak good of you. It's your rugged rabbi, bringing you wisdom from matters arising. And until next time, be good.